I'm delighted to say that we are joined live on Drive by the US national team manager, Mauricio Pochettino. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Andy. How are you?
I am very well, thank you, sir. How are you today?
No bad. Okay, good.
Well, thank you for coming on. I've been told we've got you for no more than 4 hours. Is that right? But longer? You want longer on our show? That's absolutely fine. Listen, first things first, I've got a whole host of important questions, but the most important one first. Did the bowl of lemons make it safely across the Atlantic?
Yes, but I find very good lemon there. The problem is I need to use changing, because we are not settled in one place, because still the training center is not finished. That is going to be in Atlanta, but I am moving for around all USA. One day is in Orlando, another Miami, Los Angeles, St. Louis. And I am moving lemon for all the USA.
We were having that conversation earlier, me and Bent, about where would be not the greatest place in America to live, but where we would both like to live. We both said randomly, Miami Beach. Have you been there? Have you got a gaff there? Are you planning on spending any time there?
It was good in Miami because we spent good time, because we play in January. It was a little bit cold, like Miami that you expect when you go there. but I think it was good. It was good. And spend time, we are spending time in between USA and London, because my residence was here. Now I am sharing with USA, but going around all USA. I am like a special tourist there. But no, I think, yes, different life, different world there, adapting, we are adapting to the different everything is different there, because it's soccer, it's not football. And when this different world, that means similar thing, but it's not the same. And yes, adapting us to them, and also they knowing us. I think we are creating very good, synergy and chemic, and I think happy to discover new things. Right?
Good. Well, let me ask you something you touched on when we said hello to you originally. You were talking about the national team training center in Atlanta. Just tell us a bit more about that. How beneficial would this be for the team and the future of the sport over in America?
Well, I think it's going to be key, because to have your own house is really important. If we are talking about the 8, national team that won the World Cup, we are talking about 3 in South America: Argentina, Uruguay, and Brazil. They have their own house, and then the 5 on the Europe, the same, similar. If you want to create an identity and to make an impact and to show that you are a serious contender in the world, and you really believe in soccer, in football, I think you need to create. You need to have your own house. And I think it's important, the legacy of this federation now, the people that is working really hard to try to create. I think it's going to be finished before the World Cup in Atlanta. And I think it's really important after, because I think when the people ask me about where you settle where in USA, I say I cannot tell where, because we don't have. But from there, I think it's going to be a real impact. I think it's going to affect 27 teams in between women and men teams, and that is going to be the center of soccer in USA. And I think it's going to reflect. I think that soccer is growing and is taken in a serious way.
Good.
Rich, I've got to ask you then, because it's your first time managing a national team. How different a challenge has it been compared to the usual club football?
Yes, for us, we are discovering also, because it's a new world for us. But I think it's challenges us, because I think we are facing different problems, and that is in some point is good, because I think it's like you need to be very intelligent and creating, strategies to help the team to perform in the way that you want. It's a good advent. Good. It's in one side. It's good. One advantage is that the players are very focused. You don't have time. But in another side, I think when you receive the player and the player arrive to the national team, they are desperate to show the equality and make happy, the coaching staff. That is why it's a good advantage to when they arrive, because you don't have too much time, but in the same time you receive a player that are so focused into delivering what you want.
Well, let me ask you, of course, obviously you're aware the New England manager Thomas Tuchel names his first squad tomorrow. He's also managing a foreign team. What advice would you give him?
It's difficult because I think it's new for me. I am not in position to give too much advices. I think is to create, I think, your own network about to have all the information, because I think you cannot be like Thomas, cannot watch all the games. You cannot be in all the stadium. You cannot be in every single situation. You need to trust in the player, in the people that work with you, to have a very good network that can provide the reality of what is going on in every single game, and with the player, the possibility of the player to be called also. And then, of course, it's his decision, but I think is to have the proper, information, because it's about form. Because when you select the player, it's about it's not only the quality or the talent of the player that you detect, if not the form that they have and how they are going to, to create this dynamic when you are going to play. That is that, because that changed a lot, and you have a lot of players with the possibility to be called. That is why that you need to be very, very, very selective and very in a very good position to say that is for this game or for these months, that is a player that is performing in the best way.
Mauricio, I mean, I'm guessing when you left Chelsea, you probably would have had a fair few offers to manage elsewhere. What was it about international management then that took you to the US?
Yes, it's true. But when we finished there, I think that was the idea. We will have some conversation in between the coaching staff to say, if appears some possibility to go in the international, job, like, to manage some national team. And we were very open. And then that happened a few days after that we had this conversation, no? And then we saw this offer like a great opportunity for us to join a country that the mentality is about to win, a very aggressive culture. If you see all the sport, they love to win. Also being a host of the next World Cup, I think too many reasons that they make us to take this decision. And yeah, we are so excited because also it's refreshing, because we can work in different way. All today the technology is developing in a pace so quick, and I think when you are involved in a club, sometimes you don't have time to stop and see all that is going on around. But now we have the possibility to work with different companies that work in a different technology that can help in a different percentage, but I think to provide the player better tool to perform on them. And I think, yes, we are very, very focused in all different things to be better like a coach in coaching staff. No?
Rizzi, I'd like to ask you about another one of your former clubs. I've got a question, but it's in two parts. Okay, you must answer both parts. Okay, so
you scare me.
I saw you mop your brow. Honestly, they're easy questions. I was just going to ask you about your time at Spurs, because you had a very successful period managing there. You challenged for the league a few times. You reached, of course, the Champions League final. Was there ever a moment? This is part one. Was there ever a moment where you considered going back to Spurs?
Albert, the question is if I no, it's important because I am now because the English accent is more difficult for me than before because now with the USA, the citizen of USA, they are completely different, not the accent. You say to me that if I consider the...
Yeah, was there ever a time before you took the national job with America, was there ever a time you thought you may be going back to Spurs again?
To be honest, the day that I left the club, always I was thinking in one day to come back.
Okay.
It's not that I was thinking after before the offer from USA national team, I was thinking into come back. I think the day that I left, I was thinking I would love to one day to come back to Tottenham because, like I told in the past, or I said, for me, I felt empty in the moment that I leave, and it's like an unfinished job, and that is why it's a feeling, no? It's a feeling, it's a dream. I don't know how you can take or I can explain or describe, but I think for sure it's a club that always is going to be special for me, and I would like to one day to have the possibility again to try to arrive in a situation that we were, but to finish in different way.
Okay, well, you answered my second question as well. I was going to ask if you'd like to go back to Spurs one day, but you've just said you would, so thank you for answering that.
Mauricio, I want to ask you one last one from me about your time at Chelsea. You spent a season there. How would you sum your time up there at Stamford Bridge?
I think it was very not successful period, but I think it was a really important period for the club. I think in the way that we arrived and move forward, you know, the project and the team with all the circumstances. When you start to see all the circumstances, I think was I think good season for us. Was a good year. I think to change the dynamic and to put the team again in a position to play Europe, no, and to finish in the top 10. That was in the season before. Was they finished? Chelsea finished 12th, and change the atmosphere and change and to be optimistic and to be positive. How, you know, the season before the things were not so good. I think that was was good, no. But for different reasons, I think we split. I think because of always things happen because of the best for different part. But happy with the experience and happy about to learn a lot, because I think we learn a lot also being in Chelsea sharing. I think I am very grateful. To have the possibility to be there, and then because also we, you know, we left or leave the team in a different position that we received the team, no?
Listen, thank you so much for coming on. I've got one last question for you. If you answer it correctly, I'll send a bowl of lemons over this afternoon. Okay.
Okay.
I'm a Manchester United fan. I don't know if you're aware of that. How close?
I knew.
Okay, how close were you to managing my club? You have to answer honestly if you want those lemons.
Okay, thank you. I will send my address.
Do you not want the lemons?
Sorry?
Do you not want the lemons?
With the lemon.
Yeah. How was there a conversation? That's my last question. Was there a conversation at one stage?
Sorry. Sorry?
I was just asking, was there a conversation with United at any stage for you to take over there?
I cannot listen.
Mauricio, thank you so much.
Thank you. Andy, a pleasure, Darren. Pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming. Good luck as well at the World Cup.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It's funny how the last bit.
Yeah.
Right? But at least I've saved myself some lemons. What was interesting, it was great to have him on. What was interesting was the fact that he did say at one time or another in the future he would like to go back to Spurs.
Well, I think Spurs fans would love to have him back.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he was on the cusp winning something, really, and then all of a sudden
he really was. It was a great relationship. Like that. We were so close to getting that answer as well.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.